Good evening and welcome to Hoops Friday Night. Alongside Tyler Segerman, I'm Jason Geyser, and we begin tonight in downtown Lima.
18-2, Lima Senior rides a 7-game win streak into the final Friday of the regular season. The outright track champions wrap up the conference campaign hosting Fremont Ross.
Senior High beat the Little Giants by 39 in Fremont last month. That's one of 6 Spartans victories by 20 points or more this winter, a list that includes their last 2 outings. Early first quarter, Quintel Wilson with the explosion to the hoop, and he's fouled. That's a good way to start the game for Senior High. Now Brent Moss is working off the bounce, flashes a little dream shake and drops it in. Lima leads 11-5. They push the pace a little later, and Cameron Miles jukes a Little Giant right out of the play on his way to the hoop. It's 19-12 Spartans, and seconds later, Jerion Mayo comes away with a steal, and he's all alone for some showtime. The Spartans ring up their 7th victory of 20 points or more, 93-70. Findlay heads to the Glass City for their regular season finale tonight. The Trojans ride a 5-game win streak into Toledo St. Francis. They beat the Knights by 36 in the Flag City last month. The road team's out and running here, and Jake Bishop banks at home. Trojans just getting started. Now Brock McCrancy pulls up off the bounce and drops it through the cylinder. A little later, Justin Roth has it out top, sees the lane open up, so he heads right to the rack. And Justin isn't the only Roth balling out tonight. Max Roth can slash to the hoop as well. The University of Findlay commit lays that home and then turns and hits this 15-footer. Findlay wins 49-35.
In the Northwest Conference, the Vikings of Leipzig have already captured their share of a conference title, that being in the Putnam County League. Crestview, on the other hand, still trying to finish atop the NWC. Convoy at the site of our Hoops Friday Night Spotlight Game.
This Hoops Friday Night Spotlight Game is presented by Midwest Electric Incorporated.
Needing a win tonight to become co-champions with Bluffton. Knights taking on Leipzig for the first time in the regular season since 2009. Third quarter, Ron Tate Jackson in transition drives, fakes a pass, it goes under the defender for the layup. Knights have a 17-point lead. Vikings trying to trim that down. Quinn Schrader to Mason Brandt, unloading the triple try, and that's true. And then it's more from the Findlay commit. This time in transition, right to the rack for the layup. Brandt leads all scorers with 31 points and goes on to break the school's all-time scoring record, which now sits at 1,365 points for his career. But the Knights would spoil his record-breaking night. Nate Lichtel with a bounce pass to Nasir Esterline, who gets it done in the key. And later it's Esterline again down low. He spins and goes up with it. The Knights win 64-52 to claim a share of the NWC crown. What better stage to feature a rivalry game than, well, on a stage, Spencerville and Jefferson getting together for their regular season finales. Kicking things off in the first, Colin Bailey floats it up and sinks it in. Team high 15 for him. Bearcats following suit. Dylan Cook drawing the foul and gets the bucket. 3-point play cuts their deficit to 4. Here's Tyler Kane now to Cook, and cooking up a 3-ball is what he'll do. Then it's Evan Osteen working on his mid-range, using the rim to his advantage. Spencerville wins big 53-31.
Columbus Grove saw a 6-game win streak end last weekend. Tonight, the Bulldogs try to end the regular season with a road victory at Allen East, who played 3 overtimes on Tuesday in McGuffey. They're not tired. Third quarter, Jacob Hirschberger hustling down the court for the layup. Mustangs are within 8, and then Braden Bellman shows off his post moves, going with the left off glass. That puts the Bulldogs up 40-30. Now Jackson Schrader picks his way through the lane, gets to the tin for the lay-in. Grove's up by 8. At the other end, off a rebound, Garrett Newland snares it and takes it straight to the hole. Newland scores 20, but Grove keeps him at arm's length. Bo Bernesser strokes the tray here. Columbus Grove wins 61-50. Just one other game in the NWC tonight. Lincoln View hands Ada a 14th straight loss, 49-41.
New Bremen goes for a share of their first MAC title since 2010. Cardinals hosting Fort Recovery, who beat New Bremen in their regular season finale last year. Opening frame, Landon Post with the ball and with space, kisses off the glass. Indians with a 4-point advantage. Later, it's Caleb Evers dropping one home despite 2 defenders in his face. Home team would come alive in the second quarter. David Homan cutting and delivering to pull New Bremen within 6. And now Trevor Bergman zips a pass to Homan for another bucket. The junior dominating this highlight. And how about one more from Homan? He finds the bottom of the net again, leading the Cardinals with 15 as New Bremen claims their share of the MAC crown in overtime, 55-53. Marion Local also looking to claim a piece of the hardware. A win for the Flyers would create a three-way tie for the conference championship. Flyers also seeking their 6th straight victory as they took on New Knoxville. First quarter, Carson Beer line in the post and uses the window for a quick 2 points. Shortly after, Max Henshin receives the pass and lets it fly. That reaches its destination, giving NK a 5-point lead. But the Flyers come back, ensuing possession. Jack Kanapke inside for 2. It's a pretty good idea to feed number 33. Marion Local going back to their big man. Rinse and repeat he does off the window. And in the second quarter, Tate Hess will be given the rock, and he uses the Euro step here in the paint to finish. Flyers win 39-22 and are co-champions of the MAC as well. For Sales, the third of that champion trio. Elsewhere in the MAC country tonight, St. John's earns a 10-point win at Coldwater, 50-40, and St. Henry gets a home win over Parkway, 48-34. Panther Caden Slusser joins the 1,000-point club in the loss.
We need to take our first break here on Hoops Friday night, but when we come back, Putnam County plays host to both a quest for WBL perfection and a non-conference clash between a pair of league champions. Stick around. Welcome back. Ottawa Glandorf completed their return to the top of the Western Buckeye League with road wins at defending champions Shawnee and second place Defiance over the last 2 Hoops Friday nights. Tonight, the Titans try to make sure their league record 20th title is one of the unblemished variety. They ride a 9-game win streak into the WBL finale, hosting Kenton. Opening possession for OG. The 3-pointer's short, but Eli Schmenk is there to clean it up. And then Schmenk steals the inbounds pass, gives it to Carson Fuca, who finds Caleb Kuhlman for another quick 2. It's real fast, 4-0 for the Titans. Then Fuca hits Schmenk, and Schmenk hits nothing but net from 3-point land. Then it's Landon Jordan's turn to hit Kuhlman, who shows that he has range as well. The Titans go up 11. Kenton needs a timeout, but to no avail. The sophomore, Colin White, throwing down. Titans win 74-37. Wapakoneta saw their 10-game win streak come to an end on their home court on Tuesday. Tonight, the Redskins play their home finale, hosting a Defiance crew that's lost 2 of 3 since a 7-game win streak. Fourth quarter, how about Caden Zachrich off the dribble, spinning and hitting for the Road Dogs. The junior gives Defiance a 33-28 lead, and then he does the dishing to Aiden Kiesling for the layup. Just like that, it's a 7-point advantage for the Dogs. Wapakoneta tries to hang in there. Amir Bryant to Grant Bauer for 3. That falls through to pull the Skins within 6, but Defiance makes their free throws down the stretch and wins at Wapakoneta 40-31.
Rivals colliding at Elida Fieldhouse. Shawnee putting their 4-game win streak on the line as they do battle with the Bulldogs. It's an 18-point lead for the Tribe in the third when Zori Island fires a strike to Jackson Koval inside. He's appreciative. Later, Austin Miller attacking the rim and finishes with the fingers. Next possession, he decides to work out the wrist. The junior with the one-handed flush. Game high 19 for Miller. Shawnee's lead back up to 20. Other end, Kalik Wash from the corner, and the freshman rolls in a tray. 9 points for him. Yeah, this one would be all Indians. Nick Pachon with a late-night drive to the bank. Shawnee wins 74-56. Heading south, St. Mary's has been on a tear of late, 8-1 in their last 9 games. Rough Riders wrap up their regular season at home against rival Salina. First quarter, Caleb Gabe showing off the range early. He connects from downtown. Austin Parks answers right back with pure strength. The Ohio State commit getting that to fall. Then he finds Evan Angstman in the corner. He's ready to shoot, and right in front of you, tingles the twine to put the Riders up 2. Road team not going away. Josh Razavir slings the rock across the court to Braylon Gabes, and the Gabes family can sure let it fly. Salina back in front. 3-point party, though, not over. Kyle Steiniger joining in. St. Mary's pulls away 59-37.
A year ago, Van Wert hit tourney time as winners in 10 of their final 11 regular season games. Tonight, the Cougars try to close this regular season on a 7-game win streak. They're at Bath. Second quarter, Luke Wessel straight down the lane to the basket. He gets the bucket to put Van Wert up by 5, and then Nate Phillips finds Carson Smith just hanging out behind the arc and casually draining the tray. The Cougs lead 21-15. In the third, Drake Craddock, the freshman, firing away for the Wildcats, hanging 3 on the board. Then Craddock finds Ian Armentrout, who glides past the defense for the layup, but the Wildcats just can't get much closer than the 5-point edge that they have there. Aiden Pratt scores off the inbounds pass, and Van Wert wins again, 54-46.
Non-conference action. 5th-ranked Wayne Trace out of Division III takes a trip into Putnam County to face off against the PCL co-champs in Ottoville. 30 seconds in, Will Miller going step-back 3 to get the night started. That puts him 1 point away from 1,000. And on his very next shot attempt, he makes history. The senior laying it up and in to become the program 11th to reach the millennial mark. Miller finishes with 26. Raiders, though, still with the lead and adding to it. Cameron Sin with the 3-ball. Then Brooks Lockoff spinning and dishing to Tyler Davis underneath. Wayne Trace remains on top, and it would stay that way thanks to their sophomore star. 28 points tonight for Lockoff as they win 71-58. Another game tonight between the PCL and GMC. Kalida gets a victory for Putnam County over Ayersville. Bluffton goes on the road to Van Loo and wins 79-56. A pair of Lima teams venture into BVC territory tonight. LCC tops Arlington by a 64-57 count, but Temple Christian loses at North Baltimore 64-52.
One game in the Northwest Central Conference this evening. USV has no trouble at Ridgedale, winning 62-30. Blanchard Valley Conference action. Van Buren beats Arcadia 61-40, while Riverdale outlasts Corey Rawson by a 50-46 score. In the NWOAL, Patrick Henry picks up a 15th win on the season, 44-29 at Delta.
There are sectional semifinal games in the Southwest District tonight in Pickwood. Jackson Center beats league foe Houston 59-32. The Tigers will play Ansonia on Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Meanwhile, Lehman Catholic loses to Troy Christian, who will meet Fort Loramie on Tuesday at 7.
So the hoops portion of Hoops Friday night has drawn to a close. But on the other side of this break, we see conference championship action on the wrestling mats and the start of the girls bowling postseason. Make sure to stay tuned. Welcome back to Hoops Friday night. The basketball court at Bluffton High School was covered with wrestling mats tonight.
Our Tony Quach took in the Northwest Conference tournament and joins us now with the highlights.
Thanks, guys. The Allen East Mustangs enter tonight looking for their 6th straight NWC championship. Tonight, they compete against 7 other schools for the conference top prize at Bluffton High School. Bluffton plays host to this year's NWC championships, but everyone's got their eyes on Allen East, the 5-time defending league champs. Starting off in the 126 weight class, Carter Miller of Spencerville pins his opponent in 3 minutes and 23 seconds on his way for an individual championship. Moving up to the 144-pound class, Allen East Trenton Gatchell gets the 2nd round pinfall in 3 minutes and 4 seconds. He'll finish at the top of his class. Moving up to the 157s, it's Lennon Schroeder from Columbus Grove who gets the 3rd round pinfall in 1 minute, 49 seconds as he takes home the title in his class. 175 class, the home team's Caden Bassel takes just 41 seconds to pin his man in the 2nd round. He'll win the 175 crown. Up to the 215-pound class, the Mustangs' Alec Winter, staying true to his last name, he gets the 3rd round pin in 1 minute 30 and he'll finish as a 215 champ. And finally, in the heavyweight class, Eli Cribley of Allen East gets a 3rd round pin in just 40 seconds en route to a 1st place finish. The Mustangs finish at the top of the standings to take home their 6th straight NWC crown.
On the lanes today in Minster, the Division II girls sectional tournament. Lily Shane Hare letting it spin on lane number 7. The Coldwater senior makes quick work of her pins. She's the sectional champ. Cavaliers finish 1st and 2nd today and claim the team title as well. Fort Recovery's Abigail Lauber also seeking a strike, and she'll find the sweet spot, leading the Indians to a 3rd place finish. Also advancing to districts, St. Mary's is the sectional runner-up, in part because of this sophomore, Chloe Gibson, hitting all 10 of her targets. The Rough Riders round out the district field as a team. That leaves the individual qualifiers. Jenna Sprague will be one of them. This strike helps the Bass senior to a 10th place finish and a spot at districts. Finally, here's New Bremen's freshman Marina Nelson making her way to a 3rd place finish. She and teammate Megan Ritter both advance to districts as individuals.
Finally, a check on the Olympic medal count. The USA moves up into 4th place tonight. The Americans have claimed 23 medals all told. That includes 8 of the gold variety. No one's catching Norway out front. 34 medals and 15 gold for Norway as we head into the final day in Beijing. That's how we wrap up a well-rounded edition of Hoops Friday night. Thank you for tuning in, and thanks to everyone here who helps us put the show on the air every week.
Come on back tomorrow for regular season finales at Perry, Pandora Gilboa, and Pandora Gilboa rather, where the Rockets will play Liberty Bend for the BVC championship. We'll also have tournament action from the girls. Have a great night.